we teased it before we went to break. My mock draft 3.0 spinning. Your mock draft last week was
Yeah, it was nice.
beautiful. There's no denying that.
Appreciate that.
I think I have, something around the same caliber.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys leave a 5-star review on any podcast platforms you may be listening to if you're not listening live. And if you are listening live, hit that like button. But roll it on in, Chris.
Let's see this.
The easy mock draft 3.0. Number 1. At number 6, the Detroit Lions.
Hot.
Will Anderson falls.
Randomness all the way up.
That's
Clayton
hype.
Tune 3.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, I've seen him fall a couple times in the PFF ones.
it really just depends on, and I think in this scenario too, like Jalen Carter had went just before. That would have been my pick honestly at 6.
Yeah.
Like I'm re-entertaining the Jalen Carter stuff at 6 for myself. It got a little bitter for me with the workout, but human elements, these are humans at the end of the day. Kids going through a lot right now. But fortunately enough, Will Anderson fell with me, which has been rumored to happen.
Yeah.
There's some crackhead takes out there, which whatever, maybe it happens. Trayvon Walker did jump to 1 last year out of nowhere, but Tyree Wilson, I believe, went to the Cardinals in this one, and if that's the route they go, I don't know why that would be the case. Will Anderson falls to the Detroit Lions at number 6. Minnie, I had to take that. And if you guys are just now watching the show for the first time, we hold our nuts on this show, and we don't do trades in our mock drafts.
Yes.
All right, we just don't do that fake shit. Okay, we hold our nuts, and we're gonna give you our true opinion with the players that are there. At 6, no brainer. Will Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the plethora of edges we got. That's a generational talent right there. I don't understand how he's fallen off of boards to even be mentioned beyond 3. It blows my mind.
That doesn't make sense.
This kid would have went ahead of Aiden Hutchinson last year. How Aiden Hutchinson was great last year.
Mm-hmm.
It took a minute. I mean, it's rookie year. Come on. Will Anderson, you got to take that one at 6. At pick 18, this is a need for the Detroit Lions. Interior defensive line. And on top of that, I believe that Kalijah Kancey is one of the best pass rushing defensive tackles in this draft class, if not the best pass rushing defensive tackle in this draft class. I don't think he ranks as well when it comes to the run, but I got enough trust in Aleem McNeil. He could play both 3 tech and nose, whatever the hell you want him to play.
Yeah.
We see him do it all at this point. I think he's comfortable switching over to multiple roles. If Kalijah comes in there and he has to play a true defensive tackle, I'm cool with that. And again, I'm addressing that interior defensive lineman. At pick 48, sorry I got bad eyes, but I got your guy.
Yeah.
Deion Henley.
Like that.
Athletic freak. He had great numbers at the combine.
He's the best coverage linebacker.
He's been called the best coverage linebacker in the draft. And newsflash, that's the way the NFL is going.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. You need athletes in the backfield all together. Now I'm talking about linebackers too. That's why you just saw Tremaine Edmonds, a 6'4" guy who was a former coverage athlete, get paid what, $80 million?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong on that?
It's $18 million a year.
That's a lot of money. Bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Give me Deion Henley to stir that up. And again, give me a guy who can make a play in the backfield. I want my dude. If I have Will Anderson and Aiden Hutchinson rushing the quarterback. By the way, another great pass rush specialist. I'm assuming he's going to be that. I can't use the word great, but a good pass rusher in Kalijah Kancey.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have Deion Henley alongside the CJ DJ, Kirby Joseph, and Cam Sutton.
Playing in the middle of that field, going up against tight ends, slot guys.
Someone's coming down with that ball, and they're going to be wearing Honolulu blue on their shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it. Double A. At 55. Now, I had the conversation, and you said you can never have enough edge rushers, which is true.
Yeah.
With him sitting there, the value is too much. This is another guy who had a freaky combine. He had a production, I believe, as well, too, at Northwestern. And the other thing, too, is he could play interior defensive lineman, too. He's big enough.
Yeah.
And that's why I put DL. I didn't put defensive end. I didn't put defensive tackle, just DL. He can play anywhere you want on the defensive line. I can see him put on some extra pounds and playing just true interior role for the Detroit Lions just because we have so many of those guys already. My favorite pick.
Yeah.
When I scroll past this name, at 81 in the third round, Hendon Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Lions they've made it very public. Brad Holmes, dude, and the villain hoodie on national television told you he wants to get a quarterback in this room. Dan Campbell told you they want to get one to develop. Now the question, the argument was like, exactly. Where do they take that?
You think he's wearing that at the podium when he drafts the QB?
I hope so.
Man, I hope so too. But at 81, I can't pass up on Hendon Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pass up. By the way, it's a position I need at this point too. Jared Goff's the only quarterback in that room, and I'm not overpaying a backup to be a backup.
Yeah.
I'm going to draft the guy I can develop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think he's old as dirt. I've seen a couple of those comments in Woodward Sports Chat. This gentleman's only 25 years old. I don't care. I don't even give a shit that he's 25 years old. He's extremely productive.
Yes.
He doesn't have many turnovers. He's mobile, and he would have won the Heisman this year.
Yeah.
That's a great prospect to have, and he's still
Probably would have been a top
dude.
10 pick if he didn't get injured.
Honest to God, he would have. He would have been a first-round pick had he not gotten injured.
Oh, for sure.
25 years old. By the way, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Will Levis is, I believe, 25 or going on 25 once the season finally hits. I'm filling a position of need, getting somebody for you that can develop. And again, the rookie deal is so pertinent. I don't give a shit what anybody has to say. That is the way the league's going.
Yeah.
And Hendon Hooker, even if you don't think he's the best quarterback talent, that's what Jalen Hurts was just last year.
Yeah.
My guy Adam told you Jalen Hurts was a running back. He was going to be out of the league soon.
Happened to Deshaun Watson, too.
Give me an
He
athlete.
didn't even get hurt.
Yeah. Give me an athlete at the position. And with the way this team's built right now, top 5 offensive line, top 5 offense just in general, and then top 10 defense we're talking about right now. If we're grabbing Will Anderson, Kalijah Cansey, Deion Henley, brother, that's a no-brainer. I'm taking Hendon Hooker. And whatever you golf guys want to say, I apologize to hurt your feelings. You're winning a Super Bowl, in my opinion, with Hendon Hooker at that point, because you're bringing other free agents too. Brad Holmes is him. Don't forget that now. And you guys know I had to do it with tradition. Obviously got Dorian Williams, another linebacker, another athletic specimen. He's a little bit more on the raw side, but expecting that he can do something. I'm grabbing
fifth-round pick, yeah.
Fifth-round pick. It's a position I need.
Be a special teamer at worst.
Yeah, and Brad Holmes is known to do this in drafts. He goes back to back. He'll double up on a position of need.
Oh, for
we
sure.
saw it defensive tackle. We saw it defensive end. I think this year, given what we saw in free agency, we're going to see it at the linebacker position now. But at round 6,
Your guy.
it's tradition.
Yeah.
Antonio Maffi. As you know, Brad Holmes watches the show, fan of the show.
Yep.
And they met with the guy.
Maffi.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Antonio Mafia. That's what we are on the heavyweights. But, Spinny, you had an A+ mock draft last week. What are you grading this one?
Yeah, I mean, I got to give it an A, at least an A, an A+. Like, the only thing I don't like is the 3 defensive linemen in the first 4 picks, but, like,
I'm with you.
you can't pass up on
That's
Will Anderson.
exactly.
You can't pass up Kalijah Cansey there. It fills a thing of need, and, like, you already said you think Chark's coming back, so this is assuming DJ Chark's on this team already.
Correct.
Yeah, dude, that's an A+, man. You can't. Obviously, Deion Henley, I love that guy. He's one of my favorite backers in the draft. Yeah, this is a great draft. This is a great draft.
This is a big rebound from last week.
Big rebound from last week.
Big rebound. Dog. Will Anderson and Aiden Hutchinson.
Man.
That'd be nasty.
Bro. And like,
That'd be nasty, bro.
I think the defense would almost have to change too. To
That'd be like
a 3-4
Khalil
at
Mack,
that
Joey
point.
Bosa, but like not paraplegic and injured.
Yeah. Honestly, God, like a
Like, that would be
healthier,
like-
younger version. of it.
Yeah, a healthier, younger version of that is what you would be expecting if you paired Will Anderson with Aiden Hutchinson.
You're replacing Romeo Okwara with Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Who is a prospect that, like you said, prospect-wise, even higher than Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
That's nasty to think about.
It's crazy.
And then I think the one thing you can pick on was probably like the amount of defensive linemen, and as early as I did, but like the names that were there when I got them was like this is a value pick at this point, and I truly feel
And
like
you can't
AA.
trade.
What'd you say?
You can't trade either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. We hold our nuts in this show.
Yep.
All right. We don't do these fake trades. If that did a fake trade, I would have had 17 first-round picks. All right. Would have made no sense.
Yeah.
Easy.
Would have made
you
no
should,
sense.
You should do a mock draft where you just trade every single draft pick for like multiple firsts. So you're just like Caleb Williams next year.
Yeah, honest to God, that's what I would do. I mean, especially now at 6, after this free agency class, like that is the reality of the situation. Like a lot of your needs have been addressed, and if you're not taking Jalen Carter, which your interior defensive lineman is a number 1 need,
Yeah.
trade back.
Brad Holmes gonna
Re-enter
go
the
up,
sweepstakes.
go up there at 6 and pull a full villain move like in a baseball draft. Like the Detroit Lions select the rights to Caleb Williams, and everybody's like, "What? What? You can't do that."
He hasn't
He's
even
like,
drafted
yeah,
yet.
He's like, "Yes, I can. I'm Brad
Yeah.
Holmes."
Dead ass, man.
That would be-
He really could piss everybody
That
off.
would be so funny.
But listen, I'm so confident in this man that I feel like if he wanted to, given the situation, like, because it's a top 10 pick we're working with, and he's nasty. He's proven to be nasty with it. I really think he could get. This sounds crazy. This is probably a hot take, and I do hate Chicago, so this is biased as shit. But as much as they got for number 1 overall, I feel like Brad Holmes get pretty close to that
He
at
could
number
be-
6.
yeah.
I really do.
That depends on how far back he's trading, but yeah, he could get a nice haul.
For sure, especially if there's a quarterback there too.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Is anybody that in love with Will Levis, though? Because Will Levis is going to be the odd man out of the top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, who's the guy? So the Saints obviously got Derek Carr.
Yes.
The Buccaneers signed
Baker.
Oh yeah, they did sign Baker.
Yeah.
But where did my man from Washington just go? Did he just go to the NFC?
Taylor Heineke.
He went to the Panthers? No. Dalton went to the Panthers.
I think Taylor Heineke went to the...
I feel like Taylor Heineke's in the NFC South now. But there's still those 4 teams outside of maybe the Saints.
Atlanta.
There
He
you
went
go.
to the Falcons?
Yep.
That's... Dude.
But these are all teams
That division is so
that
fucking
I feel like
trash, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're all willing to upgrade or at least invest into the quarterback position. Maybe they want to trade up. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't get why the Washington Commanders would want to, especially following the Taylor Heineke signing.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's there right now? I
Sam
really
Howell?
don't know. Sam Howell, yeah. Oh, he might be
The
somebody.
empty seat for Caleb
They
Williams.
like Sam Howell.
So they do like Sam Howell. I'm not out on Sam Howell just quite yet either, to be honest with you. I mean, I think he's got some raw talent there, but bro, I ain't tripping, dog. They can take my number 6. I'm getting Hendon Hooker at pick 81 anyway.
Yeah.
That is a fucking steal.
That is a
I don't care what nobody says.
Hendon Hooker, I mean, he could really be him.
Look at the guys that Brad Holmes got from 6 to 11 mil this offseason. I feel bad again to I'm not picking on you jerk off guys, but when he is off the books, that's 30 M's. He's got 3 of these guys from 6 to 11 already.
Yeah.
Take off them 30 M's. Like, who else is he grabbing?
Some dirt ball players.
You know what I'm saying?
Real dirt ball players.
Look at the Eagles. Perfect example, man. Went all in.
Loading up.
And by the way, too, like when to the point of like the Detroit Lions being contenders, the teams that make these types of moves, it typically does pay off. Like the only example I can think of recent that didn't was a dream team, the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Tampa Bay when they went all in with Brady, it paid off. Rams with Stafford, it paid off. The Hurts, no, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but they got there. They had opportunity for it to pay off. You're going to point to a comment?
You didn't take a cornerback at all. That's what people are asking.
Oh.
James Ayube. So you're saying we don't take a cornerback in the draft. Mark Malak, definitely drafting a cornerback. I mean, I don't think so in the first round, but yeah.
No, that's fair.
They're still going to take a cornerback for sure.
With the AA pick, I mean, honestly, you guys are probably right. There was
Banks
I probably should
Garrett
have.
Williams or
Yeah, I thought for some reason I
Cam
did.
Smith, somebody.
I don't know who was there. Probably at 55. That's probably where I would have looked at the cornerbacks.
Maybe they like Kelly Ringo, and that's. I mean, I've seen Kelly Ringo fall to the fucking 3rd in some mocks.
He's been all over the place. The thing that scares me about Kelly Ringo is that his agent's been pushing so hard for him, and it's kind of just sketchy to me. Like I feel like you shouldn't have to sell your player like that hard.
Yeah.
Snake oil.
Yeah, immediately after like the Witherspoon and shit started popping off, like his agent dropped something of him like running like 25 miles per hour. Like, you scared right now.
I
bro.
think they do draft a corner. So obviously not in the first round now.
And a part of the best defense in the.
But like you said, all those guys are like 1-year deals. And Jeff Okudah is probably not. You're not picking up his option for 2024.
If I wanted to be a stubborn fuck, I would say this, and it's still very true. Brad Holmes does have first crack at each one of these guys off these 1-year deals. So if you did want to commit to Mosley, if you did want to commit to CJ, DJ.
Oh, he's going to re-sign one of them for sure.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's CJ, DJ, or Mosley or. It's like they're going to have. Whoever is balling the most, like they're going to get a good extension.
If they have Hendon Hooker, that definitely is something they can do.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Yeah.
You know.